Hey you guys, my name is Aubrey. I am a mom to 7 kids and I love cooking nourishing, delicious, hearty meals for my family. So today we are going to learn how to make the most nutrient-dense taco you have ever seen. Whoever said tacos aren't healthy, they've never been to my house. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so for our taco meat, we are gonna be starting off with some 100% grass-fed beef. Now, this is 1 pound of meat, and I have a family of 9, and I like to have leftovers. So one thing I like to do is to make my meat stretch by adding in lots of veggies. Not only does it make your dollar stretch, but it also adds in a lot of extra nutrients. So in here, I've got some shredded up zucchini and squash and some cabbage. I'm about to do some carrots. I use here my new food processor. You can shred these by hand or chop them finely, but if you do it in the food processor, it just really blends in really well to where you just can't hardly tell it's there. Some good ideas for veggies to add in are, like I said, squash, zucchini, cabbage. I really like to add mushrooms, but I don't have any mushrooms today. You can, and later on you're gonna see I'm gonna chop up some spinach and put it in there. But really any veggie that has kind of a mild flavor that you can mince up really small, throw it on in there. If you're using a food processor, I do want to note I did use the shredder for the zucchini and the cabbage, but I'm using the actual blade for the carrots. I'll show you what they look like here in a second. So look at that, like a huge bowl full of veggies added to our 1 pound of beef. So I like to go ahead and get some avocado oil in my skillet, and I'm going to actually be putting in my veggies first. Don't leave out your onion. I would definitely be putting more. This was a very small onion. It was my very last. Nothing a little chopped onion won't fix. All right, so I'm gonna wanna stir this around, and I'm gonna wanna cook these veggies for about 10 minutes on their own before I ever add in the ground beef. That's just gonna make them, like really help them break down and soften. Then once I add in the beef, then we'll mix it all in together. So here you can see the veggies have softened quite a bit and shrunken down. So I just like to push them all out of the way and open up the center, and I'm just gonna place my beef right inside there. So now I'm just basically gonna break up the meat until it's all the way browned. So as you can see, my meat is thoroughly cooked. So I'm gonna mix it all in with those delicious veggies. So the next nutrient-dense secret ingredient of my taco recipe is some ground up, wait for it, beef liver. So I actually also use my food processor to do this, and then I just freeze them in little like meal-sized bags, and I'm just gonna put it right here in the center as well. It really cooks up almost exactly like ground beef. It is so packed full of nutrients. It's got folate, it's got a lot of B vitamins, it has vitamin A. It's just an excellent source of nutrition for sure. I like to try to add it in at least once a week, but 2 to 3 times would be more ideal. All right, to this, I'm now gonna add in some spinach. I'm gonna do 1 more clump just about like that because it cooks down so tiny you can barely tell it's there. I did chop it up pretty finely on my cutting board first. Well, not that one. Not that one. That one's still big. And no taco is complete, obviously, without taco seasoning. So this is another thing you can easily make from scratch. A lot of packets in the store have some really crazy ingredients. And so I also just like to cut my costs and add more nutrition by doing it myself. It is very simple. If you need a recipe, I can definitely let you know, or if you want a whole video about taco seasoning, let me know that too. And usually when you add a packet from the store, it tells you to add water, but why not instead add some bone broth? Because again, you're getting a lot of nutrient-dense minerals and vitamins thrown in there. So that was some bone broth I made yesterday. I'm gonna add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this taco seasoning. And the great thing about the taco seasoning is that it's such a dark color that we're gonna see when I'm all the way done, that it just kind of helps it all look a very similar shade of color, and it's going to taste amazing. There we have it, you guys. Delicious veggie packed taco meat. And looky here, from 1 pound of beef, I'm able to make way more tacos than if I were to have just ground that beef and seasoned it like you typically make tacos. Super yummy. We're gonna fill it with some tortillas, add whatever toppings you like, some tomatoes, some fresh lettuce, some sour cream. Maybe you want to throw in some fermented veggies just to spice it up. Add some sauerkraut on top. Get some probiotics as well. But all in all, this is an incredibly nutrient-dense meal to feed you and your family. And the great thing is that it freezes so well. So if you want to make like a double, triple batch even and freeze it in portions, it's great to have in the fridge even to throw inside to make like a really quick quesadilla. It's just great for all sorts of things. You could throw it on top of some nachos. All the nachos you can eat. Yeah, all the nachos you can eat. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know in the comments if you have made it and tried it. Let me know what you think. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day.